I am Anita Goa and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you the foam rolling routine that I did exactly the way that I did it in order to heal my hamstring injury. I also shared a separate video on the steps that I took in order to heal my hamstring, so please make sure that you check that one out. It is linked in the description box below as well as at the end of this video. So we are using a soft foam roller as well as a yoga tune-up therapy ball. If you don't have a yoga tune-up therapy ball, you can use a tennis ball or a kids' bouncy ball. In the tutorial, I go a little bit more through why I use a soft foam roller, so you will get that knowledge when you see that video. I don't want to make these intros too long. But I hope that this video will help you whether you have a hamstring injury or even if you don't, you can still do this. You don't know until you've tried, so give it a go. Let me know how it feels when you have done it. I would love to hear from you. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. It really helps me out so I can continue to create free content. I will see you on the mat. We will start lying on the foam roller. So make sure that you're right in the center of your mat, that your head and your torso is on the foam roller. And once you're on it, adjust so your lower back, middle and upper back is supported. Open the arms to the side and keep your palms to face the ceiling. Let your knees come together and feet be apart, maybe about mat distance apart if you're using a mat. And then close your eyes and close your mouth and fully exhale. Just let your body soften against the foam roller. And then take a full inhale, fill your lungs up. So a few breath cycles just to withdraw yourself from the external environment to your internal environment and become super mindful and aware of what your body needs at this moment. Every day is different. Every moment might be different. So just see if you can stay in touch with your breath. And if something doesn't feel right, honor it and don't do it. Resting on the soft foam roller feels like it just lubricates the spine. Feels like there's more blood flow through the muscles and this nice little current of energy spreading through like a waterfall. Feels so good. It's one of my favorite positions. And then bring the arms to the side of your body with your palms facing down. And as you inhale, lift the arms up and bring the arms over your head. You can open your eyes now. And then if the tops of your hands can touch the floor, fine. If they can't, no worries. Just feel that stretch into the side of your waist, shoulders and chest. And as you exhale, open the arms to the side but bend the elbows and move through cactus arms. Notice the stretch into the chest. Maybe your forearms can touch the floor, maybe your elbows can touch the floor, maybe the tops of your hands can touch the floor, maybe not, maybe you're too tight there. And then gradually work your arms back down to the side of your body and turn your palms to face the floor. Do that again. Inhale all the way up, draw your front ribs in. And then exhale, open the elbows to the side and work your way back down. This is just a great stretch for the upper body. Inhale it up. And exhale it back down. And if you want to do more cycles, feel free, just pause the video and do more. Good, and lift the arms up and just hold your hands together You can separate the knees and you will move just side to side on your spine, from the left into the center and over to the right. Just as much as you can. You really have to engage your abdominals here so you don't fall off. And just feel that your legs support you too. And the more you can go to the outer upper hips, that's also going to be a great thing. So just one more time each side. Right? If your hamstring screams and doesn't like this, then know that you're not ready to do this yet. You can keep trying it each time and just see how it has improved and whether it feels okay. Good. Then roll off of the roller and just come onto the floor and just notice how your spine feels. Ah, I love that. I love that feeling. It just feels like it's moving and flowing and vibrating. Then bring your feet to about hip distance apart. Keep your toes lifted. Draw in through the navel and imagine that you have a string at your tailbone. And then draw the tailbone under, pull the string up towards the ceiling and gradually lift up into a bridge pose. And really squeeze your hamstrings, squeeze the bottom of your buttocks, lifting your pelvis up. Then take the foam roller and place it on your sacrum. Lower your sacrum down. And then draw in through the navel and see if you can lift both legs off at the same time. If you need to lift one at a time, that's fine. Then hold your hands around your right knee or behind the right knee and extend your left leg out. Flex that left foot. Now relax your shoulder blades down into the floor and let your arms soften. Now depending on which hamstring you might have pulled, make sure you don't pull the knee too tightly towards your chest. Just go as far as you can and focus on the stretch of that left hip flexor and into the quad there and possibly into your upper body as well. Full breath in and full breath out. Then point and flex the foot, point and flex, point and flex. And then go in a circular movement 3 times in one direction. And then reverse to the other direction. This releases the calf, the shin, the ankles. Good. And draw in through the abdominals, lift your left leg in and extend the right leg out. Flex the foot. And again, just be mindful of the hamstring side that you pulled and don't overdraw the knee towards your chest. Focus on the extension of that right leg now and into the hip flexor. Doing this will help you to prevent getting imbalance through the right and the left side of your body. Then point the left foot and flex, point and flex, point and flex, and then circles, as big circles as you can around the ankles 3 times, and then the other side. Good. And then draw in through the navel as you lift the leg up and hold it. Super important to engage through your abdominals, and you're going to have to do that in order to protect your hamstrings as you go through this. Now place your hands on the foam roller, draw in through the abdomen and draw the knees towards your chest. Now initially when I had pulled my hamstring, I couldn't do this. It pulled too much. This is something I was able to do eventually and that I found very helpful. A modified shoulder stand. So if this works for you, fine, go for it. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Maybe later on it can and will. So root down into the forearms, lift your legs, and then gradually start to lift your pelvis off the floor. Now I have some support behind me here, and that's great if you have that too. Just breathe in and breathe out. You can also bend the elbows and place your hands on your lower back. I found this just to be so helpful for giving my upper back a good stretch, and that eventually helped to release the tension into the hamstring attachment. This is something I was used to doing, you know, before my injury, could do really easily, but then as I was injured, it was super challenging to do. Breathe with it. Good, and slowly roll yourself back down. Good. There's a certain amount of abdominal strength and support involved there. Lower the feet back down to the floor. Keep the toes lifted. Inhale it back up into that bridge pose, and then slide the foam roller out and roll your spine down vertebrae by vertebrae. Excellent. Then lift your head and place the foam roller behind your head and drape your neck onto the foam roller. This is another favorite of mine. Once you're on it, adjust yourself so your lower, middle, and upper back is comfortable on the floor. And then you can move your head a little bit side to side, like you're saying a gentle no. And you can lift up and down like you're saying a gentle yes. Oh yes, this feels so good. You can go into a little figure 8 with your nose. And then go in the other direction. If it feels very crunchy, that's a sign that your neck muscles are dehydrated. So this will help to hydrate them, so they're less crunchy. Then move the arms to the back onto the foam roller. Lift up and slide the foam roller up onto your middle back. So basically where the bottom of your ribs are, place the foam roller right there. Interlace your fingers behind your head and then inhale it back. Exhale it up. Inhale it back. You'll get a good stretch into your abdomen, into the chest. Exhale it up. Inhale it back. Exhale it up. One more time. Inhale it back. And exhale it up. Good. Then move the foam roller maybe a little bit more to the middle lower back. Lift your hips. And then walk your way up and down along your spine. Good. This feels so good. Walk it just as much as you can. You know, now that I'm not injured, of course I'm moving a little bit faster, but you might have to move a little bit slower. And then release yourself down. Great. And then take the foam roller and work your calves a little bit. I just put my calf on top of the foam roller and then I move it. I wiggle my calf around, make my calf very, very soft. And then once I find a spot, then I just move it back and forth, side to side. And sometimes the calves get really tight, and especially during my injury, my calves were super tight. So work it from the top to the middle to the bottom. Make sure you go to the outside as well. And don't forget the inside also. But try not to flex or contract the calf. Try to keep it as soft as possible. Okay, good, which is sometimes harder than what you think. All right, and then we'll do the other side. So make it relaxed, wiggle, 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 and you just move the foam roller with the other leg. Make sure you don't slouch here, so try to sit up tall and breathe. Good, and then go to the inside. And of course, once you know this routine, you know, just do it longer on each side. Just really spend time. And then go on the outside. I created it in such a way that each position would just flow into the next, and then it's easy to memorize it. Good. Now, if you're ready to go a little bit onto the hamstring and a little bit more towards the upper hamstring attachment, you can place your palms on the ground and then just go back and forth. Now, this might not seem, you know, like anything, but it really helps to lubricate and, you know, create that blood flow and hydrate the tissue so it can heal. So it definitely is super helpful. Don't underestimate this. Then we're going to go into the quads and the inner thigh. So I like to do each quad individually. So I lie down on the side, open the other leg, and I basically work my way back and forth on the quad. So I make sure that I go up and down. I go a little bit out to the side because there's 4 heads to the quadriceps, so you want to make sure that you cover the whole entire area. And then when I find a tight spot, then I just bend and extend. And when you start to feel better, then you can try to bend, draw the heel towards the buttocks, and then maybe work your way back and forth a bit, if you feel ready for that. Good. Then I lie down on the side, and I get to the inner thigh. So I put the foam roller on a diagonal, place the leg on top, and then I move back and forth, up and down towards the groin, and then all the way back towards the knee. This area on me, while I was injured, was extremely sore and painful. So I had to go slow and be super mindful. In those areas that were really sore, I paused and I extended and bent the leg. Just like this, just a few times, and I worked my way all along. And you might even feel that towards the quadricep. Good. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So lie down, go back and forth. And then make sure you go a little bit to the side. In the center, pause, bend and extend. And then once you feel okay, see if you can draw the heel to the buttocks, giving that quad a good stretch. Maybe move it up and down. Good. And then inner thigh. Okay, are you discovering some nice little spots here? Go back and forth. All the way up towards the groin, all the way down towards the knee. And then when you find a spot, extend and bend, extend and bend, extend and bend. Oh yeah. So good. Okay, and release. Now we're going to use the yoga therapy ball. If you don't have one of these balls, you can try with a tennis ball or a kid's bouncy ball, and we'll stand up and roll the ball back and forth. If you find a spot where it's really sore, you can press in and release and wiggle it around and get some relief into your feet. So just step on it and work your way around the foot. Yeah, you'll feel it right away where it is tight. And don't dig in, just give it a little bit of pressure. Breathe fully and just work your way gradually around it. You know, the tension isn't going to disappear in just one session. You're going to have to do this over a period of time, and you'll notice it change. Breathe in, breathe out. Whenever you feel a spot, just stand up tall, roll your shoulders back. You can maybe bend and extend your toes, spread them, and then move it around a little bit. Excellent. And then change it over to the other side. Notice how it is on this side. Yeah. This is a good way of getting to know your feet better. Just thank them. Be grateful for them, for all the support that they give you. So even if your hamstring is injured, be grateful for your feet supporting you. Yeah, and the poor feet now might be working in overdrive to support you. Okay, and then wiggle it back and forth. Good. And release. Excellent. Good job. That basically is it. That was pretty quick, about 25 minutes, and you have done something really, really good for your body. Feel free to do this every single day. Spend as much time on it as you have. It's going to be really good and healing for your hamstring to focus in on the areas that are getting tense and tight, elsewhere. I want to hear from you, so leave me a comment in the comment box below on how this goes, and happy healing to you. See you next time. Bye.